Hi everyone. All right. So we are live now. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining in with us today for this live webinar on Cloud Coursera. So my name is Shafraz. So I'm a part of developer relations team at Google in Southeast Asia. Um, so I manage cloud communities in Southeast Asia as well. So along with me for this session, we have Milindo, who's joining, who's the Google developer expert on cloud, to talk to you about Quick Labs and take you through a demo as well. There was like a phenomenal amount of response that we were seeing like for last couple of days. GDG Sri Lanka and GDG Cloud Sri Lanka together has pulled it off very nicely. So kudos to everyone, and thank you for organizing this session and also inviting me to speak at this event as well. So there are a couple of things that we want to talk to you, all of you today. And if you have any questions, you can post it up in the live Q&A section that you're seeing now. So you can post it up over there so we can kind of answer those out at this session itself, because we have very limited time in terms of to complete all these challenges in place, and also to kind of get those awesome swags that GDG Sri Lanka is giving out. All right. So without taking much time, I think we can directly get into the details. What's Cloud Coursera? Why GDG Sri Lanka is hosting Cloud Coursera, and also why you should be a part of it, and what's the benefit that you can get out of it as well. So let me quickly share my screen. So it's right over here. So this is the place that you start off with Cloud Coursera actually. So Cloud Coursera is organized by GDG Sri Lanka and GDG Cloud Sri Lanka, and supported by Google developers and Go Cloud as well. So in this program, what we are trying to do is we are trying to kind of get you to be savvy on Google Cloud technologies. There are multiple cloud providers around the world, and Google Cloud, one of the pioneering cloud technology provider in the globe as well. So in this situation, there are lots of companies, there are lots of developers, there are lots of students these days are learning about cloud technologies, but rarely they would get an opportunity to get hands-on on the real type of scenarios, real type of technologies, because sometimes it's costly for you to try out, because all these cloud providers, you will need to kind of pay for those if you try those out, unless or otherwise if you kind of use a free tier from those cloud providers, right? But what we were trying to do with Cloud Coursera is that give you an opportunity without paying even a cent at all, without paying anything at all, how you can learn Google Cloud, or how you can learn about cloud technologies for that matter. So that's what we wanted to do with Cloud Coursera, and we have some fantastic tools in place. There are some questions coming in as well, even in Slack channel. People were asking about like different like our approaches, etc. That's something that we are going to kind of iron out today itself. All right, so this is the website. I told you why we are hosting this whole challenge. This is the first time such initiative is being posted up for Sri Lanka. So I would encourage all of you to take advantage of this, because this is the first time that GDG Sri Lanka is hosting, and you're going to get 1 month free access to Quick Lab platform as well. I'm going to talk to you about what Quick Lab platform is about, and then how you can navigate through that as well. So please do stay tuned in. So it says, the website says, once you sign up, you'll get 1 month free access to Quick Labs, and then once you get free 1 month access to Quick Labs, you'll have to do certain labs, you have to do certain activities in order for you to get this awesome stack that you're seeing over here. Nice t-shirt, a cap, and a bunch of stickers as well. So that's something that up for grab. And especially something that you want to make a note of is that the start date was on 17th October. That was the day GDG was hosting DevFest. And now the end date for submission is on 8th November, which is closing very quickly as we speak. So please do keep in mind of these details. So yeah, now I spoke about why you should be a part of this, and how, like, the details of Cloud Casiram as well. Now we are going to talk to you about how you can participate in Cloud Casiram. This is very important. We have like hundreds of developers joining with us from all across Sri Lanka. Kudos to everyone for joining in, because I think this is an opportunity. You also see that as valuable. So the first step is to register yourself. So I think most of you might have registered yourself for Cloud Casiram. If not, first thing that you need to do is to register yourself. So if I click on register now, it will take me to a Google form like this. Just fill it up. There's nothing fancy about it. Just to fill it up, you can just mention what's your company, school name, job title, etc., etc. So just very straightforward. Once you've filled it up, what GDG would do is they'll send you across a link to, they'll send you across an email. They'll send across an email to all of you. Most of you might have got it already, and in case if you haven't got it, it'll usually take about 24 hours. Within 24 hours, GDG Sri Lanka team will send it across to you. Yeah. All right. So for the time being, I have registered myself and I have got an email as well, because I want to run through that piece of information also, so you can get an understanding about over there. In case if you want to ask questions in Sinhala, please do post it up in the live chat. It's not a problem. We'll try to, we'll definitely will be able to answer you in Sinhala, in English as well. So, all right, from there, I'll quickly go through the dummy email that I've created. So this is the email that you'll receive. So let me zoom in a little bit. The email piece out, so you can get an idea how it will look like. It says Cloud Casiram. Hello Shafras, thank you for joining in. It'll give you one-on-one access to Quick Labs and swag pack from GDG Sri Lanka. This is the most important step in this whole Cloud Casiram section, because if you don't get step 1 right, there'll be problems. Yeah. So in step one, it says please use this link to log in, sign up, complete a minimum 1 lab, getting started, create and manage cloud resources using the credits you receive upon enrolling to Quest, and receive 1 month free access Quick Labs. This is the place where a lot of people have got stuck in. A lot of people are struggling. So nothing to worry. We're going to show you how you can get that piece sorted out. Yeah. So as soon as you see this email, you might want to click on the link, right? That's what you would naturally do. Okay, fine. Go ahead, click on the link. So once you click on the link, you'll land up with this page. So as soon as you land up in this page, don't try to do anything, because there's one step that I'm going to show you as well. So let's pay attention to that. So once you see that link, and after that, you'll see there's this mandatory guide. There's this mandatory guide which this email is asking you to follow through. Yeah. So click on that as well, and it loads up this particular guide for you. Yeah. So in this guide, let me zoom in that also a little bit, so it'll be visible for all of you. All right. Awesome. So step 1, we have done it already. Step 2 is going to google.quicklabs.com. That's the first thing that we need to do. Even though you have opened up the link over here, first thing first, click on type. Okay, let's go to quicklabs.google.com. Once you're there, what you need to do, you need to, if you're a new person who's joining in to Quick Labs, click on join. Because since I have a new account, I'm going to click on join. Or if you already do have a Quick Labs account, click on sign in. So I would sign in with Google, and then I'll select my dummy email address. Once I've clicked on there, and it'll ask me to yes, I accept it. All right. So I'm inside this environment. So what's QuickLab? QuickLab is basically a training platform that that's providing all these labs, Google Cloud instances, and all this information to you. Yeah. So I think I need to focus on my screen as well. Let me quickly do that. Awesome. Cool. So this is a learning platform. So this is a training platform that you also get access to. Usually this learning platform is not free of charge. This learning platform you'll have to pay. But because of this Cloud Custom program, you'll get access to Quick Labs platform for 1 month free of charge. So that's pretty cool, because like after you try out, after you learn about all these technologies, you can still learn, because there's 1 month more for you to kind of like learn more on GCP as well. Yeah, awesome. So since I've joined in now, I'm signed in. It says 0 credits. Pay attention, because these steps are very, very important, because this is where most of you have got stuck at the moment. So I'll once I've logged in, I'll click on my credits account over here. It says 0 credits. Yeah, it says 0 credits. Once that is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my email. You need to go back to your email. Yeah, you need to go back to your email and click on this link, the link that we clicked earlier. Yeah, so I'm going to click on this link again. So I'm there already now. So now once I've clicked on that link, it'll take me to this particular particular lab instance, or maybe this is the whole exercise is called as a quest. Yeah, a quest is a bunch of it's a collection of activities. Those activities are called as labs. So it might take like several hours for some people to complete these labs. Yeah. So now let me show you how you can enroll to this quest. All right, so I'm just gonna click on enroll in this quest. Awesome. So if you want to watch, I have watched this for multiple times, so I'm gonna skip it. If you want to watch, you can watch it too. So it starts off. Yeah, it starts off. So as soon as it started off, it takes me to a lab called a quick tour of Quick Labs and Google Cloud. Yeah. So as I'm inside this lab, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on my account as well. Then I'm seeing I have received 5 credits. I have received 5 credits. Previously, I didn't get any credits. Now I have 5 credits. Yeah. We have 5 credits. Why we have 5 credits is that it's to try out the first lab or any of the labs inside the quest that you saw. It's to do the first lab or any of the labs that we wanted to do inside this quest. Yeah. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Start Lab. You definitely need to do that. You definitely need to follow this step. You need to at least do 1 lab inside this quest. So I would say I'm not a robot. Okay, boats. Where can I find boats? All right, I think I got it right. Hopefully. Awesome. Cool. So once you have clicked on this particular lab, then you can go through these items. It'll tell you, okay, these are things, these are the activities that you need to do. So even if you are very new to Google Cloud or any of the cloud, this whole guide will give you an understanding about what's cloud, how you can navigate through all these exercises, etc. Please do keep in mind, you need to complete these steps, all these steps that you see in the right hand side within the time provided in this time bar that you're seeing over here. Yeah, even if you don't complete it within the time, the lab will be restarted, and then you will lost all the progress that you had. This is pretty straightforward. You can easily finish off all these activities, not without a problem. So nothing to worry about that. So there are like steps that involve that you need to do. I would encourage for you to complete this, because if you don't complete this step, the whole quest will not be completed. But if you end the lab over here, you will get 1 month free access to Quick Labs. Yeah. So I'm going to show it that to you now. So I'm going to end the lab. All right. So I just ended the lab, and I'm going to give 5-star rating over here, and then I'm going to go back because I want to show you an important piece. Because since I didn't complete any of the steps inside the first lab, there's no check mark. There should be like a green color check mark over here. It is not being shown here. Yeah. Okay. So which means I have not completed this lab. So I need to go back and complete it. But the thing that I want to show you over here is that even if you complete the lab, or even if you don't complete the lab, if you just start the lab, stay a little while, and then if you end the lab, you'll receive 1 month free access. For now, it says 5 credits. Let's go inside. All right. So it still says 5 credits. This is the moment of truth. All right. I thought the demo god will not be in favor for me, but it worked. Big applause to all the people who well wished. Awesome. So we have received 1 month free access now. And if you go back to your profile image, and if you click over there, it says monthly subscription. Now there's nothing to worry for you to worry about. You have received 1 month free access. You can go ahead and complete the quest which is mentioned inside the website. I think this was one of the steps which was like very unclear for a lot of people, and they weren't able to get this quick lab access. But you saw it now. I showed a live demo. It's very apparent that you'll be able to get that access. So nothing to worry. Just go and check it out. Yeah, awesome. So what are the type of quests should I do? Is it only the first lab should I do, or are there anything else that I should be doing? Okay. So this is a quest, right? This is only one quest. This is only one quest out of the many that GDG has provided. So you have you need to complete all these steps so that you will get a badge inside. I'll show you. We have a couple of friends who have already completed 6 quests and more already, so we can show you how it will look like in their profiles. So I'll be going back to the website. It says, so okay, so I have registered. So let's go to the second step. I've already registered, and then here we go. We have the list of quests that you have to do. Here we have the list of quests you have to do. So we can choose 6 quests out of this. So there are 11 quests over here mentioned. So pick 6 out of this, and you can do the rest of the quests, and then you can once you have completed all these quests, you can click on claim my reward, and then there'll be another form which comes up. Just fill it up. So our DJ team will be able to verify it, and then provide you the give you the swag. Yeah. So those are the steps involved. Pretty straightforward, pretty clear. Nothing to worry about. Very easy to do. So let me quickly show a couple of our friends who have already completed these quests. So we have Shehan. Shehan has completed 7 quests already. He has. So if you can see, this is the first batch. Let me quickly zoom in a little bit and show you how it looked like. So this was the first quest that he had completed. That's the first quest that I showed you as well. Yeah. So once you have completed that, you'll get a badge inside your profile, and it has like he has done 7 quests. So Shehan, so you're definitely bagging up a swag. So then we have Pume. Pume was also like I recall he was also a part of the Cloud Stratagems from a very early beginning of last year as well. So he has also completed. So these are only a couple of few profile that we are showing across to you. And we have Romina, Netmini Romina, who has completed about 12 quests as well. So it gives you an opportunity not only to learn about these quests, but also more. But just keep in mind, very important, you need to, for you to be eligible for swags, you need to complete quests only from the list over here. If you did not complete any of the if you did not complete any of these, like if you only completed a 1 or 2 quests, you are not going to get your swags, but you have to complete 6. Nothing to worry, you have time, because you saw we have friends who have completed 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 as well. So you'll be able to like easily do that as well. So I think it's pretty much clear on the steps that you need to follow. And yeah, I think we have a question coming in, but I think we can take that question a little later, towards the end of the program, where we can answer all these questions out. And then if you have any questions, please do join the Slack channel. There's a Slack channel, and we have about over 100 of developers who are chatting. Yeah, we have 103 people have joined the Slack channel. Please do go and join the Slack channel as well. Link to that Slack channel also will be sent to you in the email that GDG Sri Lanka is sending out to you. So it's bottom over here. Please join the GDG Sri Lanka Slack channel. So that will be helpful for you. And our friends are also posting it up in the live chat at the moment. So please do go and join it over there. Awesome. So I think that was pretty clear on getting quick labs, and then doing your first lab, etc. And I see there are a couple of questions coming in as well. But I think we have Milindu, who is joining with us as well today. So Milindu will be giving us like a sort of an introduction to quick labs. He'll just run you through a couple of labs to show you how easy that is for you to follow through and to get this going as well. Awesome. So let me quickly stop sharing my screen. Yeah, awesome. So okay, cool. So let me add Milindu as well to the stream.
Right. Hi, Shafra. Thank you.
Hey Milindu. Thanks for joining.
No problem. Okay. So
I'll leave it up to Milindu to take from here, and then he'll show you across how you can do your labs, and then we'll move on to the questions. But before that, Milindu, why do you think people should learn about Google Cloud? Because you are a Google developer expert on cloud, and you have been like speaking at different events, and you have been attending Cloud Next in San Francisco as well. So why do you think people should learn about
very interesting. Yeah, very interesting question. Like I have worked with several cloud platforms, but what I feel is like GCP is the most user-friendly platform where even a beginner can quickly jump in and start working on their products using the platform. Like it doesn't have a like huge arsenal of services, but it has like enough services for you to build a product from the scratch and to go to production and it like go in the full scale. So which is a good thing for like even the startups and like non-tech savvy people to quickly get into the cloud and like start working on their ideas and products. And one other thing is like they have a like very good competitive pricing, and they have nice schemes like per minute billing instead of per hour billing, which is a very good thing. And looking into the technology aspects, I think Google clearly leading in many areas, like with tools like Kubernetes, TensorFlow, Golang. I think there are many areas we can mention, and they have integrated all these cool things into their platform, so you can take the technological advantage over other platforms when you're using Google Cloud Platform. And especially we have to mention the AI and big data tools which are there in GCP are like really awesome tools. You have a lot of API services tool you can use in GCP, like the translation API or the subscribing API, and there are a lot of things that you can use with you can try out with GCP.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
think
awesome. Yeah, will do.
yeah, let's get our hands dirty. Let's jump into the Quickie Labs and let's see how we can get the first glance of GCP platform, right?
Awesome. So I'm gonna go into the backstage. Milind will be taking over. After that, we'll see you back in with Q&A. Yeah,
Awesome. Right. I think everyone can see my screen. So this is my account, and I still haven't registered. I still haven't enrolled to this quest, just like most of you are. So in this quest, like this is one of the quests we GPG Sri Lanka has shared with you, and in this quest you can see there are like about 5 or 6 labs. So we call these each individual ones labs in the quest. So what I'm going to do today is I will take the first lab. I will be doing it with you. So first thing first, let's first enroll to the quest. So I'm enrolling to the quest, and yes, now I can see the first lab is there. Uh, yeah, for actually like I did this one before like when I was trying out the thing. So I'll start from beginning anyway. So one thing about this lab is actually this one speaks about the quick lab platform itself, and about the GCP platform, like the basic stuff we need to know when working with the GCP platform, right? So the plan is like we will go step by step in this lab, like you will be doing when you are trying out the quick labs, right? Yeah, so what we see here is like here we are introducing you the platform. So this is the start lab button you can see, and here's the time for with each lab you be assigned a time. Some labs they are like 45 minutes, some labs there are 30 minutes, and some are like 1 hour and more. So depending on the lab, you will be seeing how much time you have to allocate for this particular lab beforehand. So make sure when you're starting the lab you have this much amount time in your hand to work on the lab, right? And you can in some labs you will be seeing a score. For example, this lab you can see there are like several points checkpoints, and these each checkpoint has their own weightages. For this one I think each checkpoint has 50-50 points. So while you are working on the lab you will be earning these points from the quick lab platform, right? So I think this section talks about buying credits. For the moment, I'll be skipping this part. So once you know the platform, buying is like easy thing, right? So this is the interesting part. So here what we're going to do is we're going to start the lab like Shafras earlier showed. Okay, we have to prove we are not robots. All right. So this is the most important thing you'll be getting from Quickie Labs. This is your new user name. So with this link, you can log into Google Cloud Platform, but make sure you never log into your own account. Always use this username and password provided by them. Right. So I'm going to use the email they have provided me, and I'm going to use the password they have provided me. Right. Right. So you have to accept the uh, terms and conditions, and you can just confirm for the moment. Right. All right. So what you see now is the Google Cloud Console. Yep. There are like a few more things we had to tick. Right. Awesome. So this is the Google Cloud Console. This is the dashboard, the tool that you will be working with when you have to interact with GCP. Uh, yeah, and here one more thing, you can get the project ID from this one. So if there is any place that you have to type in the project ID, you can quickly copy from this one. Yeah. I think when you are doing quick labs, you'll be coming into these kind of questionnaires, and you can like let's say you can answer the question and submit and see whether you have get the answer correct. So yeah, let's go through. This build is temporary environment in Google Cloud. Yes, the start button. It will create a new temporary environment like you see here in GCP. Once the timer reaches 0, you will be lose access to your temporary Google Cloud environment. Of course, yes. So when you start the lab, they will spawn up a new account, new resources for you. And once the lab is done, or when you click end lab, or when the times out, they will be like removing all these account and access and resources you created while you are working on the lab. So that is why like choosing this given account is important. Make sure like when you're working with quick labs, make sure that you are not using your personal account but the new account they have provided. Right. Some labs have tracking which scores your completion of hands-on lab activities. Yes, right, like this one I showed. So when you are working on these check on these tasks, they will be like checking you and they will be like grading you. In order to receive completion credit for a lab that has tracking, you must complete the required hands-on lab activities. Yes. uh, like if you got wrong, they will show you wrong, but you can still try it out. Like if there are like multiple answers, you can try out multiple times. But having one answer wrong, it does not give you like bad credits. You can try it again, so no worries there. Right. So I discussed this part. Project ID is this, and username and password like I showed you, and you can log in. So make sure you always read through everything here. But like some of these labs, they have nice good explanation. Like when you are working on with the virtual machine lab, they'll be like giving you idea on the type of VMs they have, the regions they have, these kind of things. So I think one good thing, like one good practice, is to first go through the quick lab quickly without starting the lab. Understand these explanations they have given in the quick lab, and then you can start the lab and start working on these commands and stuff they have asked us to do, right? uh, so I'm not going to do all of these questionnaires. I'll let it for you to like understand and work on them. Yes. And then once you have logged into Cloud Console, the first thing you are going to see is the project information dashboard, which gives you the project name, the project ID, project number. I think project ID and the project name is the most important one, because this is the name is what you are going to see on here, and the ID is what you're going to use when you're interacting with the CLI and when you have to fill some stuff. So these two are the most important one out of this. Uh, yeah, and then what we see is uh, yes. And about this part, so here you can see you have one project in GCP. So this is the way how actually Google separate the projects you are working on. So for example, here there could be different organizations. Let's say your organization is a big organization and you have different departments, the HR department, the accounting department. So there could be like such differentiation. So what you can do is you can have one organization and you can divide these projects into different departments. So this is how you can manage your project under each department. So if it's like a simple startup, then you don't have to worry much about this. Here one important thing is like you can see the quick lab resources project, which is uh, the project which is sharing resources. So if you want to get something, you can get from this one. So this one is actually read only for you guys, but you can read the resources, you can access resources and use it in your labs. There are like few labs like ML labs where you'll be using resources in this particular quick lab resource. So if there is a instruction to change the project, you can quickly go to this panel from here, and then you can go to all, and then you can see the quick lab resource project here, right? I think that covers everything we are discussing here, right? Yes. And the navigation menu. So this is the interesting part. So this menu has all the services you see in GCP. So, for example, you can access the app engine, the compute engine, the Kubernetes engine, and here you can see the file storage, and here you can see the SQL and big data, big table, data store. So, all the services and products they are offering you, you can see it from, you can access them from this particular navigation panel, right? So even now recently they have added good maps also. So now you can access maps APIs also from GCP this menu, and they keep adding stuff. So keep an eye on this panel. Like there are like few services I can see now they have added recently. Yeah, so that's your friend when you want to navigate your need. So you can see they have divided thing into sections. Compute means you can get computational power from any of these services. You can run a service on app engine, you can run a service on compute engine, on Kubernetes engine or cloud run. And if you want to store a file, you can choose something from the storage section. And if you want a database, you can choose one database from this section which suits your needs. So likewise there are like a lot of things you can see here. Yes. And this is one important part where you get the roles and permissions. So let's see what they are telling us to do. First go to yeah, so we'll go to IAM and permission section, right? So this is how you can manage like who can access your project and what are the resources you're going to share with other projects and what are the things you're going to expose to other people likewise. So this has, as you can see now, this is your account and you are the editor and the viewer. So here you can see Quick Labs being the owner of this project because they created the project for you. But if you created this project for you, you will be the owner, and you'll be having full access. Yeah, and if you want to add someone, you can add it from here. But for this particular lab, they have not given me this student the access to share the permission with anyone. But if you have created project, you can do it from here, right? Yeah, and in Quick Labs there are like a few uh, roles they have provided. We call them the primitive roles. These are like the viewer role, where the person with the viewer role can only see the resources and what's inside them, but they can't do anything. The editor role means like they have some kind of control over the resources. Owner means they can do anything with the permissions. So other than these permissions, you can give several other kind of permissions and roles, and you can combine them. You can create new type of roles. So there are a lot of things you can do with IAM is like IAM is like one of powerful part in GCP, where you can make sure that you are giving necessary permissions only for people who are interacting with your project, right? And moving on, so in GCP there are like several APIs and services. It's not several, like there are like 100 of them. So let's go and see what we can see in services. Let's see where we can find APIs and services. Yeah, it's here. I have pinged it. Right. So these are the services you this project has enabled this far. But if I want to enable a new one, you can go here, and there are like a lot of services. This like kind of a marketplace where Google and other providers also has published their APIs. So you can find whatever the API that you want to enable and you want to interact with. And the interesting thing is like even you can create an API and expose it here with GCP, so which is like nice thing. I think there are like few labs about that one. So if you want to build a API and expose to other people, you can do it with GCP, right? Let's try to enable this Dialogflow API, because the quick lab this lab asks us to do so. The important thing is like you do exactly as what they do, because sometimes these checking the checkpoints, they check exactly they check whether you have done what exactly as they instructed. So if they are suggesting to use like particular region, then make sure that you do it in that region only. And if they're asking you to create something with the given name, make sure that you are creating that resource with the given name. And if they're using asking us to enable particular API, make sure that you enable that particular API only. So this is the API enabling window. You can see the prices here, like how much it will cost for you when you are using this particular API. So you can see the different counts, and they have the documentation given. Everything is here about this API. So let's enable this one. Enabling actually it will take few minutes, like maybe a few seconds or few minutes, depending on the time. And once it enabled, you can start using this API asset, right? So now we have enabled the dialog flow API. If you are into like conversational if you are like into creating conversational bots kind of things, then you can use this particular API, right? So you can see the API is enabled. Yeah, and here you can see the metrics, that how much how many requests you have sent to this particular API. If you are letting others use, you can see how much uh, requests they have sent to you, and the latency and everything. And also you can see the quota. So like there are APIs which has limitations. So if you want to uh, set quotas, you can set quotas, but there are default quotas set by them. And sometimes you can go beyond these quotas, requesting to increase the limit like this. But there are sometimes maximum limit and you can go on. So like when you are planning to use an API, make note of these things also. uh, yeah, I think that's it about the APIs section. Okay, here comes the Cloud Shell. Right. So out of all the cool things we have in GCP, Cloud Shell is one of the coolest thing I have seen, which I haven't seen in other platforms. So here you can click this small icon here, and it will give you this. So this is the first time I'm opening Cloud Shell in this project, so I'll be asking to enable it. And once enabled, they will spawn a kind of instance in their resources, in their computational, with their computational power for you, and it will be free for you. So in a moment you will see the Cloud Shell working for you. Yeah, so this is like the usual Linux terminals you find in on your machines if you're using Linux flavor, like Ubuntu or Debian, something like that. So you can issue any Linux command here, and they have installed all the necessary tools for you to work with GCP. GCP, like gcloud tool is here. Yep. And you can have kubectl. Yeah. So all the tools that you need to work with Google Cloud Platform, they are installed uh, in this Cloud Shell. The good thing is, like, if you work on something and even if you close a tab and you turn off the machine, this will be running. So next time when you log into your project, when you open a Cloud Shell, you will see it as exactly as you left it. So if you download some file, they will be there. If you created some aliases, they will be there. If you uh, ran some commands previously, you can access the history, like you had it always open in your term on your machine. So this is a cool thing. So I think it's a powerful thing because it gives you access to GCP as a terminal on the go. So even if you are not using your machine, you just have to log into your account, and you can use this terminal to work with GCP. Right. Okay. And the next thing about Quick Lab is they are providing commands for you to run on this Cloud Shell in many labs. So like this one, instead of like looking at this and typing, or maybe selecting and copy pasting, you can use this quick icon which will copy the thing for you. So you can quickly click it and you can paste the command here. Yeah, so this is the first time I'm using, so I had to give some permissions. So once it done, you can see my account ID printed here. So you can do anything. You can issue any gcloud commands using Cloud Shell. The gcloud is the tool that is a CLI tool for GCP. There are like several tools like GSutils, gcloud. So you'll be like coming across all these tools when you're working on the labs, right? And one more thing, like they have given the commands and they have also given you the outputs. So when you see an output, even though there is this copy button, like don't copy them and paste in the CLI. So these are just output. So make sure like you are not blindly copy pasting everything in these black boxes and pasting in the Cloud Shell. Just go through the instructions correctly and see, okay, these are the commands, and try to understand what these commands are doing, and then match your output with the outputs they have provided here. I think all right. So let's try out these things they have given. So this is a typical Linux command: touch a file to create a file, and then I'll ls to see whether I can see that file here. Yeah. So previously it was just uh, this file only, this readme cloud shell file only, but here now you have both the files, the one, even the one you created now. One thing, so when you select something in this cloud shell, it will be quickly copied for you, so you don't have to say control c. You just select it and it's copied for you, and you can start pasting it anywhere you want. So that's a quick shortcut thing to work with when you are working with cloud shell. uh, yeah, so let's see what we asked to do. Like Nano is a editor which comes with most of the Linux distributions. Vi is like one famous another tool. So you'll be finding both Nano and Vi in this lab, so make sure that you are familiar with both of them. Yeah. Right. So guys and girls, so this is mostly like doing exactly as what they are asking you to do, following the steps, and making sure that you understand what they are introducing us to. So the labs are very easy, therefore. uh, See, now we have quickly come to the end of the lab. So play with this cloud shell. This is like your best friend when you're working with GCP, and try to see other cool things this tool provides. You can even have a full ID like of environment with cloud shell. So there are a lot of things that we didn't cover in this quick lab, but there are like several labs which show you all the capabilities of this cloud shell. So go through them. I think it will be like a very interesting time for you guys going through all the labs we have provided here. So if you missed the labs, you can quickly find it from here. So you have all the quests listed down. Pick ones that interest you mostly. That way you can quickly close them off. Right. I think we have come to the end. Uh, yeah, so I'll be ending this lab. One important thing is like, once you are done with the lab, make sure you end it. The reason is, if you don't end one lab, you won't be able to start another lab. So I find sometimes myself forgetting to end the lab and going to other lab question, find wondering which lab I started before to end it. So make sure you, before you leave the place, you end the lab. Right, so you can leave a comment, you can give a rating, anything. Yep. And like I mentioned earlier, now when you close the lab, everything, all these resources will be like turned down. So in a minute, this account will be not available for you to work on. uh, yep. Yes. So once you have done the lab, when you go to the quest, you will be seeing this green color tick, because you can see it now because I did it earlier. So I want to show you, show that. Uh, Now once you have completed the complete all the labs in this quest, actually it's not all. So when you see all, you have to do either this one or this one, not both. So you can complete labs with your interest. So if you are Windows guy, you can work on this Windows lab. If you are like Linux person, you can work with this particular lab. So likewise, when you finish the quest, you will be seeing your badge. So you can go to my learning, and you can see your progress here. And this one is showing the progress for your quest. So once you have done it, it will be like fully complete. And then how to view your profile is like this. So here you have this public profile link. In the first time, you will be asked to create your profile. uh, uh, yeah, so when you come to make public profile public, the button will be enabled and you can make your profile public. So before you sharing your profiles with us, you have to come across this step. And so at the moment I don't have any badges here because I just created my this account and this profile. So once you have taken the labs and once you have completed the quest, all your badges will start to appear here. And when you're sharing your profile with us, make sure you copy this URL which has this public profile part in the URL. So that way, even someone who don't have access to your account, they can see this public profile and what are the badges and quest badges you have earned and the quest you have done. So this is how we make sure that you have completed all the six quests out of these ones we have shared with you. So that way we can like make sure that you get your swag timely. I think that's pretty much it, Shafras.
Yeah. Hey, Minidu, that was a very informative session. Thank you for that. And I think a lot of folks were able to see through how they can run through quick labs and getting codes, how they should be doing labs, etc. as well. Thank you, Milidu, for that wonderful session. I
Thank
think
you.
most importantly, like if you're watching this live stream now, you might be wondering, hey, why I should be so interested to learn about Google Cloud, why I should be doing all these labs, these quests, etc. As I mentioned you earlier, this is the first time that Sri Lanka has got an opportunity to get hands-on experience with quick labs for a 1 month with a 1 month access. So please do make sure use of it. You'll be a student, you can be a student, you can be a startup owner, or you can be someone who's working for a company, who's willing to maybe like you might be working for a very traditional company as well, where you are looking forward to moving to cloud. So this will be a good opportunity for you to get hands on with free access to quick labs, by which you get access to Google Cloud as well. As once you do all these quick labs, you also will be preparing yourself to become where you can take associate cloud engineer examination as well, because these quests will give you hands-on experience. After that, you can do some further learning, and then you can probably go for associate cloud engineer examination as well in Google Cloud. So I think, Milindo, probably we can go for the questions, right?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. All right. Pasindo
Okay.
has a question.
Currently, I am in the VM lab. It is necessary to create the temporary engine using same account, or I can create it on the incognito window. Yeah. So I think sometimes when you end the lab, it tends to sign every Gmail account on that Chrome instance, let's say. So it's a good idea to start working on the incognito window, but make sure you in the incognito window you join with the credentials they have provided in the quick lab, not your account. So when you say temporary engine using same account, yeah, so you have to log in with the credentials they have provided in the quick lab. As far as you log in with that account, you are good.
Yeah. I think I quickly want to show Pasindo now. This is what you are saying, where you have logged into Quick Labs using your own Gmail account. Plus, now you have a new email, like a username and a password as well. that you have to go through, like going to the Google Cloud Console and then logging in, right? So once you have logged in, I think this is where the problem comes in. Like the console might be like by default might be showing to you as your own account. So what you can do is, like, if you click on your profile image and you can shuffle through the different accounts that you have. So just make sure you are in the student account when you are taking all these doing all these lab activities. So that's something that I want to quickly share across. Yeah, awesome. So if you have any questions, please do drop it in the live Q&A section. We are planning to stay here for about a couple of minutes and answer your questions. Gopiswara Rao, yes, this particular campaign is only for Sri Lankans at the moment. All right. Melindu, do you want to take this?
Can I use a different account because I didn't log into incognito mode and I didn't receive free credits? When you say different account,
I think
he's mostly asking about the Quick Lab account, right? Not the
yeah,
GCP account.
quick, not the GCP account. I think he's probably have already logged into Quick Labs and then he didn't get credits. He probably would have done the first lab, so he's asking if he can use another account, like a new Gmail address and logging into Quick Labs. I think that's fine, right? It's possible, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
So even if you had a account earlier, you can use the same thing because I tried that way and it worked. So if you click the campaign link, it will anyway give you access to the quests and this monthly subscription. If I understood it correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Tarindu, Tarindu Revata as a, oh yeah, I think that was the one. Why the above lab is not giving me any username and password? Uh, Tarindu, if you can let us know what's the name of the lab.
I think that
Uh,
if you start the lab, it will show you, but sometimes there could be glitches. If it doesn't give you a username and password, you can try refreshing the page, and it happened to me once. So once I refreshed, it was like showing me the username and password.
all right. So Tarindu is trying to kind of like verify it, detect labels, faces, landmarks. I think that's in the intro to image. I think intro to ML.
Hmm.
Um, Quest. So Tarindu, in case if you're not getting um, any of those lab instances or maybe login passwords, drop a note to support@quicklabs.com. We'll try to drop it in the comment section as well. Support@quicklabs.com. Let us see. quicklabs.com.
Yeah, and if you can like do a quick screen capture, maybe it will help more. Right,
Yep.
Shafra?
Yep. That will help on as well. And like quick live support folks will be available through the chat bubble that you see in quick labs link. So I think that will be helpful. um, yeah yeah, so I think that's important to log in through the invitation link, because then only you'll get 1 month free access as well, and Damnika is clarifying that piece out. Awesome. All right. So I think we had plenty of questions coming in. There are certain things I think GVG Sri Lanka wanted us to like highlight, is that just make sure if you don't see an email as of yet, If you have registered yourself a couple of days ago, please to go and check out those, like in all of your inboxes, or maybe even in your spam folder as well, because might have gone into spam. So please do go and check it out. And sometimes you might have received like couple of emails, because we want to make sure that you have received the instructions. So GDG Sri Lanka has might have sent it all to you. And then like when you're submitting so exclaiming form, please do make sure you have at least labs being completed, and you are submitting your quick labs public profile, not linked to quick labs or maybe some other random link. So don't do that, because GGG Sri Lanka folks will have to go through all those responses, and then they'll have to verify that. That's an additional effort. So let's help out the community, and then let's help out. Just be mindful about when you're submitting your responses as well. And I think one more thing that we wanted to highlight was now, like there was one question that we said the link that you received was not, you weren't able to kind of get access to it. But I'm not sure which link that is. So maybe we would encourage you to go and check out your email again. If not, if the link is still not working, please do reach out to any of the channels in GDG Sri Lanka, so they'll be able to help you out. Yeah, Milindu, I think this is for you.
Yeah. So the terminal you get is kind of a bash terminal. So you can use your all your bash commands, and if you like, you can change uh, uh, the the terminal application. You can change it to any other one like ZSH if you are familiar with that one. So you have the flexibility of choosing whatever you like. So the default one is a bash one, I think. But all the commands are like POSIX commands, so they work like charm.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So Nuvini has a question. Can I retake a lab if my lab time ends before the given time? Yes. Like let's say Nuvini, you're going through the steps, and then your time expires. You weren't able to finish it off. Yes, you'll be able to retake the lab, but it'll be from the start of it. Because Quick Labs doesn't have a pause button. It'll not have your progress kind of stored. So just what the best practice would be, before you do your lab, go through the steps mentioned, go through the instructions, because when you see a timer going on, what you'll do is you'll be like, oh my god, what's happening, there's a timer going on, I'll have to complete this, and you get struggled there. So don't be that. Don't try to panic at the moment. So what we would suggest is go through the steps involved, go through the instructions first, because there's plenty of time, right? And then you click on start lab, and then you can go through the steps very easily. So that's our best practice recommendation. All right. So do we have any other questions? Milindu, do you think we should highlight any of the messages?
Yeah,
From
I think there was a feedback saying instead of scrolling down, you can search in the blue bar. Yeah, that's true. So you can there's a small search bar in the top. You can search any product from there. Like I was like a bit lazy to type stuff, so I was like using the UI to navigate. But like it, so it's Google, right? So everywhere you can see the search thing.
Yeah.
So you can search for products and you can pick from there.
Yeah. So awesome. So I think we were able to clarify most of the questions that you had. And once you sign in, once you register yourself, I think you'll receive an email to your inbox within 24 hours of time. Please do check out all your inboxes, including spam. So you'll be able to get started with that. As I mentioned in the start of at the start of this event, first, don't, as soon as you see this link, don't go and click and then sign in, go straight forward from there, but rather click on that link and then check out the guide. So it will give you a very easy understanding about the whole steps that you need to follow in terms of getting quick lab access, and then follow through from there. Please do make sure you complete more than one quest, because there should be 6 quests from the list which is provided in the website. And once you complete 6 quests, after that you can complete any amount of quests. That's up to you. But for you to be eligible for the swag, you will have to complete 6 quests from that list provided. All right. Okay, so Vihanger, what happens if there are any connection loss while you're doing the labs? Which means if there's a connection loss, I think this is what you're trying to say is about internet loss or something like that. If that's the case, if the timer goes back, which means you will have to retake the lab.
Mhm.
In
But
case,
if the yeah, so but if the time is still ticking on, I
yeah,
think you can continue without issue.
yeah, that's true. All right, I think awesome. So there's an invite as well. You can go and check it out. I think we have covered most of it. Milindu, any final thoughts?
I think like what I have to tell is like grab the chance. So you are getting this quick lab platform for free, which is not a chance like most of other people get. So grab the chance and have a look into GCP and apply them into your products. And so one day we can be there will be like companies like Google and like other big giant companies from Sri Lanka. That's a dream.
Yeah, awesome. So I think that pretty much sums up what we want to say today. Glad all of you who joined through this session. We went a little over time, but it was worth it, I think, because we were able to answer your questions. We are available in Slack channel as well. Just join in, hop into Slack channel, and then you can ask questions, because there are people who have already completed quests. They'll be able to help you out to get these quests sorted out. Try this out. You have time until 8th of November. You have time until 8th of November to try this out. Grab this opportunity and dance in the cloud. Yeah. Uh, so I think that's pretty much we want to share with you. So thank you for joining with Milindu and myself for this cloud custom session today. So there's this pandemic going on in across like the country in Sri Lanka. So just there are certain parts of the country has been locked down as well. Just make sure that you stay safe and you take care of your loved ones as well. That's very important. And let's make sure that we support the health officers as well as much as we can, because we are IT professionals. We are doing our best that we can do. At the same time, let's help out the efforts ongoing in Sri Lanka as well. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for joining in. Then we are signing out. See you again in the Slack channel. Cheers.